Hello all and welcome to DFH channel's A Face from the Crowd. Our guest today is a teenager. Wondering what a teenager is doing in A Face from the Crowd? Well, she deserves to be there. And guess why? This teenager is a shooting star. At the early age of 14, she started developing a fancy for shooting and started getting trained. And she has won many medals at the state level and the zonal level and has now qualified to enter the national level. Her upcoming national events have been postponed thanks to COVID, and she is looking forward to participate in them very soon. And what is more interesting is that this young, bright, and talented teenager is also extremely good at her studies. She has just completed her 10th and is now in her 11th grade. Sanya and her parents are looking for sponsors to sponsor her in the upcoming events. Apparently, this sport is a very expensive sport and it is very difficult for her parents to bear all the expenses. I only hope that she gets the right kind of aid and encouragement and will one day make India proud at the international level. Hello, Sanya, my young guest. Welcome to the show. Welcome to A Face from the Crowd.
Thank you so much.
Okay, first let me congratulate you for your 10th results. I guess you had got a good percentage. Your dad had shared that with me.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, are you happy with your results?
I am.
Sanya, what are the accolades that you had won? What are the awards that you had won so far in shooting?
Well, last year in 2019, I started off with the state competition, so I won a gold in the state competition. Then after that, we had an All India Mavlankar competition. In that, I won 2 golds in both senior women and junior women category. Then after that, around October, there was North Zone competition, and in that also I won 2 golds, both in senior and junior categories. And then after that, I went to the nationals.
Okay. You have went to the nationals and
Now I've become the renowned shooter.
okay, you became a renowned shooter. Okay. Any award, any prizes that you won at the national level?
I didn't win anything, but I've qualified the nationals.
Okay, the competitions are yet to come, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Okay, when are they supposed to be held?
Mostly, well, due to COVID, everything is being pushed down. But mostly they are held around August, September. They start from August to September.
Okay. So first thing, Sanya, tell us something about yourself. Where are you from? Which school are you from? And how did you develop this interest into shooting?
Well, I am Sanya Singh. You know that I'm 16 years old, and I'm an 11th grader, and I go to Mayur school. I live in Noida, which is near Delhi, NCR. And I started shooting when I went to a competition with my dad. I wasn't really interested in shooting at that time. I just went casually. There, after the competition, we were just sparring, and I gave it a try. I wasn't sure if I should pick up the sport or not. But then dad's coach motivated me, and then everybody around me told me that you could do it. It's your choice. So I decided to pick it up.
So how could you juggle between your studies and your shooting practice? Did it affect your studies in any way?
Well, it's hectic. It's definitely hectic. But try to manage it. On like in normal days when I have school, I go to practice on weekends, and when any competition is approaching, so I take days off from school, and then I go practice on the weekdays.
Okay. So does the school give you any kind of leverage, maybe with respect to your homeworks or if you don't write some tests? Does the school allow you give you any kind of liberties?
No, not exactly. Well, I wouldn't really want them to give me any special treatment or any leverage because both are important. So I wouldn't want to miss on any of that.
Yes, of course. But at times it so happens that when you're busy with your competitions, or maybe when you have to go practicing for your shooting, you may not be able to cover your portions, or maybe not able to do a few homeworks. Do they let you be, or do they rebuke you at school?
That is true. Sometimes it happens I'm not able to cover up because after the whole practice, after the day practice, so I come back and I'm just so tired that I don't want to do anything. But then after the competition is done and everything is back to normal, so I try to complete my work. And so everybody knows since I'm doing a sport, so and it's not being done in the school, so everybody just gives me some time, like, okay, you can complete it after some time and give it and submit the work.
So all that is accommodated somehow, yeah. Okay. So, what was the reaction of your parents, Sanya, when you first told them that you are interested in shooting?
Well, my dad was very happy since he's an international shooter himself. He was pretty happy. Okay. And my mom also was happy, but she was just a little bit concerned about how things will go because shooting requires a lot of time. Every sport does, but for shooting we have to take I have to take days off from school, and so much of schoolwork and exams and the study is being missed. So my mom was concerned, but then she decided that yes, you can do it, and she was happy.
I understand, especially maybe because you were in the crucial years. 10th is a very crucial years, apparently, supposedly for all Indians. Fine. Now, how many days did you say you practice? Normally, only do towards the weekends, or do you also have to practice during the weekdays?
um, when sometimes when I have to go out of Delhi, so I have to take days off from school. So mostly one training camp or one training period is of like 7 to 8 days. So I take the whole week off from school, and then I train there every day. So and then I come back. So and maybe if I don't, because it's not possible to do both in go to school and then go to training both on the same day, because the range mostly close at around 4 o'clock or maybe 5. So and I come back from school at around 3. So and then I have to the time traveling. It's almost 45 minutes from my home, so it's a lot of time consuming. That is why.
Absolutely. So, do you also have to take care of your diet, Sanya? Is there any special diet for you? Because I think if you are into a physical sport, normally they take a lot of precaution with the diets. How about yours?
I do. My mom does that for me. She tells me. Obviously. Yes. So, um, well, I don't really eat any junk food that much. I just eat home cooked food. But even in home cooked food, I have to be cautious. Okay, I don't have to eat this much, and then I have to eat little portions. I can eat everything, but just a little less, so that I can maintain.
So, in the future, would you like to take up a career in shooting, or would you like to take up something else? Did you plan your future?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but for now, I would like to do shooting. In the future, I would like to become a part of the Indian team, and so that I can play international matches. But it's not planned. Anything is not planned yet. So we'll just see. I understand.
True, true, true. You are too young. In fact, that was the reason I was also a bit apprehensive about putting you on the show. But the very fact that you have chosen something absolutely new is commendable, and the fact that your parents are supporting it is even more commendable. That's the reason I thought we will have you on the show, in fact, so that people who are really interested in sport are given a chance by the parents, because often parents are very cautious, very like your mom was concerned. Parents are concerned more about their studies than the studies that they miss out upon, because in India we give more importance to the education, the academic curriculum rather than the sports. Okay. So this is the COVID period, and as you said, you are not able to go for practice. Sanya, does that affect your game? Do you think it will affect it in future?
Well, it does. COVID is definitely affecting me, and it's affecting everybody. Uh, but I tried. Well, I think when I go back to shooting, I will take some time. Getting all that skills and practicing. I'd have to practice harder because I haven't been practicing in so many months. But we can't do anything about it. I think it's the best. It's for the best.
Absolutely. Maybe all the other shooters also would be going through the same phase. So everybody will have to buck up after the COVID period, I think. So since everybody is sailing in the same boat, you don't have to worry that you're being left behind, isn't it? So good. That's nice. So at school, Sanya, how is the reaction of your school teachers or school management? You know, when you say that you are into sports, is there any special treatment given to you at school? Do you also participate at school level competitions? How is the atmosphere at school?
I didn't have any special treatment given to me, but the teachers, when I see the reactions, when I go to them and tell them that I have won this competition and I've got this position in particular competition, they feel so proud and they congratulate me. And then I've been honored in the assembly by my principal. And I was really delighted. I was overwhelmed because I never really expected that to happen. But I was really happy.
Yeah, obviously, you have to. Yeah, the only thing is you're so young that you should not let it get into your head. You should stay calm, take and consume all the appreciation that you're getting, and stay focused. That is the key, actually, to go forward. And I really hope that you reach greater heights, win many more competitions, and probably someday also play for India in the at the international level. Yeah. Can we have your mother also on the show?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, Mrs. Singh. Welcome to the show. Tell me something about Sanya that she hasn't said so far.
See, ma'am, since from the childhood, she is a very content child. I never had any difficult time with her, no mischiefs. She was very obedient and always a scholar in school. And I like whenever I tell her anything, she do it so precisely कि ये complete करना है, मतलब अगर मम्मा ने बोला या स्कूल में प्रोजेक्ट है ये पूरा complete करना है. So in that way, I'm lucky to have her as a.
Is she the only child?
Yeah, she's the only child, ma'am.
Okay, that's why she's so sober, I think. Normally, if you have another sibling, children tend to become
Might
naughty.
be because she's in the company of adults most of the time.
Yes. So, as a mother, when she first revealed her interest in shooting, what was your reaction?
Actually, I saw her father doing shooting, and that real firearms is involved in this sport. First, when she said कि I want to join or I want to going to start with this, I was little scared because for me she was like my delicate darling, and how she's going to do with such a tough situations or tough disciplined or physical fitness thing, and then training also. The training is very hard also.
So, but when first time when we went to the Jaipur for her training, then I saw her there. Like she trained there in a 48 temperature, and the peak summers on in the June she trained for 8 to 10 days for the 48 temperature. So then I could make out ki she'll be able to do it, and she is not that delicate the way I think my daughter is. She's quite tough.
True, true. Mothers, I think, are very sensitive towards the children, but they know when what to do at the end of the day. Yeah.
And then my concern was that, like real firearms, she's going to use it, if there will be any accident or something like that. But still, now I'm okay because I see every day in my house the guns and the ammunitions. So it's now everyday activity for us.
So guns have become the norm for you. Okay. So, what is your contribution in her skill, actually, in her achievements, I would say?
What is my contribution? Actually, I'll say ki I go with her all the trainings when it is outstations, and here when she's doing locally any training, she goes with her father. But for the outstations, I go with her, and then her study sport I do. Because back support she need a lot of work, and projects are there to do, and I was really concerned for her studies also, how she's going to cope up with this, two hectic things. But last year was a quite excited year for her, and but the both ends, like studies also and the sport also, she did really well. So my from my side, it's 100% support to her, whatever she'll be doing.
I know every mother will be proud of her children, especially when they perform well in both. And she got these grade, in fact, very good grades, I would say, not decent, very good grades.
Ma'am, she's always a scholar in the school, and this year, of course, it was not the that really what she was expecting, but still she did really well with doing all the hectic things, because on November her nationals were over, and immediate after her pre-boards were starting, so she got only the 10 days in between for doing all the revisions. So, like, less time for the study, but still she did well.
Never mind, when you have a skill in hand, I think you have another talent going on, you have a sport in
Yeah,
hand.
that's why I'm
You
saying
don't have to worry about
she proved herself in both the ways.
Exactly, exactly. Very true. So, what is your vision for her future? Actually, what do you expect her to do in the future? A sports person or something, a normal career?
No, I really would like, if she's doing so well in the sport. So I like she would play for the India and win the gold for India. Uh, all the as a sport person, if she'll be doing like, it is going to be very honoring thing for as a mother. So I see her as a sport person.
Wonderful, great. I would like to see her too as a sports person. Maybe an international player very soon. Okay, this has to be actually a rapid fire. It would have been nice if we had been in person sitting in front of each other. Okay, I want you to write, both of you to write answers individually for this. Okay? Mom, I just want to know how much you know each other. Okay? Okay. Fine. The first question: whom does Sanya like more, mom or dad? You have to write your answers there and then read it out.
That is extremely hard.
I know it's difficult for you, that's why I gave it to you. Because all kids like to be diplomatic when they give this answer. I don't want a diplomatic answer. Sanya, from you especially. Yeah, you can read out the answers now.
Mom. Well, I've written mom as well.
Okay, I hope you're not cheating, both of you. Okay, So, what is Sanya's favorite dish? Both of you look confused.
No,
No,
because
it's
she
like-
has a long list.
I have a really long list, and I've never.
You can write the top two. You can write the top two. Done. You can read out the answers.
I have written sandwiches. I like any kind of sandwiches filled with greens. I love greens. And then I've written Rajma Chawal, which is a typical Indian dish, and most of the Indians love it. North Indians, especially.
Yes. Right.
And mine is also Rajma Chawal. And plus the garlic bread and with the garlic dip, which she always like, or either with the make it a sandwich with greens and all chicken and everything inside.
Okay. So, Sanya's favorite teacher.
Oh, that is pretty easy.
So far, you're both giving the same answers.
Well, it is my English teacher. English teacher,
Okay.
Ravi sir. His name is Ravi. And I admire him a lot. Ravi. And I admire him a lot. And
Okay.
he's someone I look up to a lot.
Okay. Great. This is saying what was your answer?
It's
No.
again the same. It's
Not the English teacher, I know. Okay.
He's a kind of a mentor to him, mentor to her. And in school, the Gunjan ma'am, her German teacher.
Okay. So, what was there on your sheet? I want what is there on the sheet. What you have written.
I have written the Gunjan ma'am and the Ravi sir.
Okay. Done. Fine. So, Sanya's favorite holiday destination.
So easy. You know that.
No, I don't know. There might be Rajasthan somewhere, because Rajasthan has many haunted places or many haunted forts. So I don't.
What about you, Sanya?
I've written Japan. I really want. Yes, I really wanted to visit Japan. I don't know when I will get the chance, but because everything around is coronavirus, so I don't know. But I really like to visit Japan.
Good. Maybe someday you will visit. Yeah, maybe your sport will take you to Japan someday, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So, Mrs. Singh, we were also came to know that you're looking for some sponsors for Sanya. So, if she has to go further on with the sport, does she require some sponsors?
Definitely, ma'am. We are really looking for some good sponsors, because it's a very expensive sport, and going to the next level and playing in the internationally, it really requires a lot of funds and better equipments, and getting trained internationally. You need a lot of support for that. For any of the corporate can do this under their CSR scheme. So I really delighted if somebody will support Sanya on
Okay.
those grounds. Because
Okay.
she's a young kid, and if she get good sponsorship, she'll be really doing good in the sport.
True, she'll be able to prove herself, and maybe as we were discussing earlier, she may also represent India and win some accolades for India finally. Yeah, I think that has done. I hope through this video also it reaches to so many people out there that at least a few of them would come forward. It would reach the right people along, and
Yeah,
then she does get some sponsors.
trying to approach a lot of corporates, PSUs. Let's see if somebody will come forward for that.
For sure. I'm sure Sanya will get some good sponsors and she'll definitely shine brighter, much brighter. So, Sanya, I wish you all the very best and hope to see you soon in the international arena. and I really wish that you win accolades for India in future. Thank you, Mrs. Singh, for joining us on the show. Thank you, Sanya. Great talking to you both.
Thank you, ma'am. And it's we are really delighted to talk to you for this.
So that was Sanya saying for all of you. You had seen she's an upcoming shooting star and she does need some sponsors. I hope that this video reaches out to the right people around and she is able to get some kind of help. Of course, her parents are doing their part in getting some sponsors. So that's all for now. Stay tuned to meet yet another guest on A Face from the Crowd very soon. Bye bye and see you soon.